about some of the issues, and I'm going to ask you the 501st question. You oppose Common Core education, and one of your reasons for that has gotten some blowback. Here it is.
The argument for Common Core is frequently, we have to compete with the Chinese. I've been doing business in China for decades, and I will tell you that, yeah, the Chinese can take a test, but what they can't do is innovate. They're not terribly imaginative. They're not entrepreneurial. They don't innovate. That's why they're stealing our intellectual property.
But the fact is, China is on track to lead the world in science and technology research by 2019. And more important, the U.S. now ranks 30th in math literacy in the world and 20th in reading literacy. Question, aren't we falling behind, not just China, but the rest of the world when it comes to education?
Well, of course, our education system is a big problem. The point I was trying to make about the Chinese is the system that they have put in place standardizes behavior. It is part of the repression of that regime. It's one of the reasons why China, for example, has a strategy of continuing to steal our intellectual property. It's one of the reasons why they have not adhered to the requirements of WTO. Our education system is in trouble, but demonstrably, giving more money to the Department of Education, as we have been doing for almost 40 years, doesn't improve the state of education. But Common Core has become, however it was intended originally, Common Core has become a nationally driven set of bureaucratic standards that teach teachers how to teach, that teach children how to learn, and what we need is to provide more parental choice so that our kids, anywhere they live, have a real chance, and Common Core doesn't help us do that.
But I want to pick up on that, because you say Common Core is a bureaucratic program coming out of Washington, driven by Washington. You've talked about the Department of Education. Here are the facts, Ms. Fiorina. Common Core standards don't come from the Department of Education. They come from the state governors and the state school officers, and local school districts design the curriculum to meet those standards. In fact, the federal government is barred by law from setting curriculum, developing curriculum in local school districts.
Yes, I understand that's how it started, but the thing is, when a Washington bureaucracy gets involved in any program, it becomes heavy-handed and standardized. It's how Washington bureaucracies work. And so the reason you have so many parents and teachers pushing back against Common Core is because they believe, rightly so, that they are losing their choices and their flexibility. Here's another fact about Common Core. National textbook companies and national testing companies are helping now to form and drive these standards. It's just how bureaucracies work. We know that the most important thing about a child's education is to have a great teacher in front of the classroom and a lot of choice and accountability with parents, so that parents can school their children however they think their children will be best served, whether that's at home or with vouchers or charters or parochial schools. And Common Core, unfortunately, limits parents' choices. It limits the creativity that a teacher can apply in the classroom, and so it will, over time, limit our children's chances.
I want to